Alright, so this is going to be my drip irrigation video. I think I mentioned it in some of the comments or one of the videos before that I was going to show how I was going to set it up. And yeah, this is going to be it. I'm going to post a link up right now, or into the side probably as well, for Garden Girl TV. This is going to be almost an identical setup to what she has. It was the most simplistic setup that I could find. As you can see, here's all the parts that I ordered online. I got a couple from Home Depot. And while this may seem like a lot of crap, it really is not. The main thing to look at is that this half-inch tubing, which is going to be my main line behind all the beds. Then there's quarter-inch tubing, which is kind of just, where you connect all the emitters. But as opposed to having the multiple different types of emitters, since all my beds are relatively the same, and there's little these little round emitters, all different kinds, with some with pegs, and you can check it out online. You guys probably know a whole lot of it. But I'm, again, doing pretty much the exact same setup as I saw with using this also quarter-inch drip line, where I don't know if you can see it right here, but there's a little hole here, and this is, yeah, every 6 inches they have those lines. And since what I'm planting is all basically the same peppers, tomatoes, and some other things, I'm basically just going to put them in the beds and kind of wrap them back and forth. So anyways, the main thing to think about is to not get overwhelmed with all this stuff, because a lot of these connectors are like, those are stoppers you put at the end of the line. There's some elbow connectors, and then these things here are valves that you can control the flow of the individual quarter-inch tubes that come out, and I'll show you that. And then just like here, that's stakes to tie it down. Those are more tie downs for the quarter-inch line. These stakes are for the half-inch line, and then these I'm going to put on the back of the fence to hold the line down. So anyways, it looks like a lot of junk, but again, really the main three things is the half-inch main line, and then running these two lines off of it, connected by all this crap. So I will try and show as many steps as I can along the way, and yeah, we'll start there. Alright, so this is step 2, and basically I took the setup I had, which was this hose that was just run down here and connected here, and I added a splitter, so I can now, I bought another 6-foot extension so I can run that to the regular main line. And then the second part is, yeah, there's the filter and everything. It's not the best setup right now. To more visually just have it hanging there, I'll probably bracket it with something a little better than just the zip ties here, but just so I can kind of get a feel for taking the line, bringing it across, and that's going to be the first part. I'm not going to punch any holes in this until I got this line of 100 foot all untangled. I'm going to take the next step, which is following just in the steps of the other video I saw, and I kind of started out right here, just taking the back of a hammer and digging down, all the way right in front of the fence here. I'll lift up one of these bricks, dig underneath it, and then just let the mulch cover the rest. String the line all along the back of the fence. I had those little electrical wire ties that I'm going to put down there, and then I'm going to run the line up and underneath and behind as low as I can. I know the water can flow the whole 100 feet. Back up there. Anyways, come up here and along the back of that bed. So that's kind of the next step. So that's all I'm going to do here. I'm not going to show you the boring process since, well, really don't have another person to hold the camera while I'm doing it. But that's the next step, is just to dig it out, put it under there, put the whole step, or the whole feet to 100 feet, which may not take all of it. And yeah, then I'll show the next step, which is probably that being done, and then obviously then adding the drip lines that come off that main half-inch line. All right. So I'm going to show this step, and the camera work will probably be horrible, but basically taking a hammer and just going through the grass. It's not. It's actually pretty soft because we've been getting a lot of rain, and but just digging, and just starting the line, even though this first pass won't get it all the way. But that's pretty much it, and I'm just gonna keep digging that all the way across until it gets deep enough, and go right into to the bed area. All right. So I figured I'd show this this next step, which is digging the line. I know I said I probably wouldn't show these steps, but I'm gonna show them. Anyways, I dug just this one little trench. This should be all I have to dig. I don't know, it's a couple inches deep. It wasn't too hard, the ground, especially when the ground is soft. Just be careful. Yeah, I knew there's lines in my yard. I wasn't exactly sure where they were, and it's not like I was cutting through them with the saw. And like the 2-inch depth, I mean, as soon as I was pulling through, and the hammer would not move anymore, and so I stopped pulling. But just be careful when you're going through, as you're not gonna electrocute yourself. Again, I just kind of stumbled on these, but you would need, I don't know what kind of brute force strength you would need to rip through that wire with with a hammer, but I'm still alive, so it's all good. But anyways, this sits nicely into the hole, and then I'm just gonna put it under the mulch and yeah, run around. So I'm pretty sure the next step will be me showing it all in place. All right, so here we go. Got it all. It's buried under the ground. It's gone under there. It pops out, and yeah, just put the little. These are actually electrical brackets that I got at the store, and just screwed them in place. It's about every 5 feet on the fence, but it comes up, and I haven't completely buried it like perfectly, but I basically put it in the ground with kind of with wire stakes that go on either side of it. But yeah, it comes up through here, down. You can kind of see right there, I got more pine straw I gotta obviously lay up in this bed up here. Goes around the corner. Here you can see one of the stakes that you put in the ground. Out the back, this was a 100-foot half-inch, and I still got I don't know, it's probably 15 feet, maybe a little more. But yeah, so next step is going to be adding in the drip lines, and I'll show probably just a couple of those because it's pretty much repeating the process all throughout the back. So yep, all right, cool.